All right, today we're going to dive into something really powerful. It's a blueprint for making better decisions and, believe it or not, for the future of AI. It's called the Ring of 12, and it might just change the way you think about, well, your own mind. I mean, of course you have, right? It's that classic feeling, a full-on debate happening inside your own head. One part of you wants this, another part wants the complete opposite. It can be totally paralyzing. But what if I told you that internal conflict isn't a bug? It's actually a feature. And that's a deep psychological truth right there. That little committee meeting you're hosting in your brain isn't a sign that you're indecisive. Nope. It's a sign of a complex, fully functioning mind at work. The real problem isn't that you have all these different voices. It's figuring out how to manage them. And this gets us right to the heart of the issue, not just for us humans, but for artificial intelligence too. And that's the massive limitation of having just a single perspective. Just think about your own internal counsel for a second. You've got the strategist, the part that's all about logic. You've got the empath, the innovator, the planner, all these different players. A single AI, no matter how powerful it is operating without that counsel. It just gives you these one-size-fits-all answers because it doesn't have that internal debate that leads to real, actual wisdom. So if having just one mind is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's not about trying to silence all those voices. It's about giving them each a seat at the table. It's about forming a council. And this is the core idea behind the Ring of 12. It's a system that takes our inner voices and organizes them into a council of powerful, almost mythological archetypes. It's a tool for structuring our own thinking, for sure, but it's also a blueprint for building a more complete, more holistic form of artificial intelligence. You might be wondering, why 12? It's not just some random number. If you look at history, mythology, religion, the number 12 is everywhere. Cognitively, it's kind of the sweet spot. It's complex enough to cover the full range of human experience, but it's still manageable enough that you can actually get your head around it. And, mathematically, it's just beautifully divisible. So let's meet a couple of the key members of this council. First up, you've got Adam. This is your inner strategist, the voice of pure, cold, hard logic. Adam's job is to deconstruct complexity and bring order to chaos. The only thing Adam cares about is, what is the most logical path forward? Balancing out Adam, we have Eve. Eve is the heart of the council. This is the voice of emotional intelligence, of empathy, of human connection. Eve couldn't care less about spreadsheets or logical proofs. She cares about values, about feelings, and about the human impact of any decision. And then you've got Prometheus, the rebel, the innovator. This archetype is the one that challenges every single assumption and asks the most dangerous question of all. What sacred rule do we have to break to create the future we want? This is the voice that drives those huge, radical breakthroughs. Okay, so you have logic, emotion, and pure innovation. How on earth do these voices actually work together? Let's watch the council tackle a classic high-stakes dilemma.
Oh yeah, this one? I think we've all been there, or at least thought about a move this big. You've got that pull of freedom on one side and that absolute terror of failure on the other. So let's listen in on the council's deliberation.
First up, Eve speaks. And notice what she does here. She doesn't offer a solution right away. She validates the emotion. She acknowledges that, hey, this isn't just about money, this is about your identity. That fear you're feeling is real and it deserves to be respected. Then, Adam steps in. He hears the fear that Eve pointed out, and he treats it like a data point. His whole goal is to take that abstract terror and translate it into a concrete problem he can solve. He wants to quantify the risks and turn that fear into a list of manageable variables. But it's not just about logic and emotion. Another voice, Atlas, who represents endurance, chimes in. He's the one saying, look, it's great to have a plan, but can you actually carry the weight of this journey? He's focused on your human capacity to survive it all, emphasizing things like resilience, your support system, and getting enough rest. And here's where the magic happens, in the synthesis of these conflicting views. True wisdom comes from integrating them. By combining Eve's respect for the emotion, Adam's logical planning, and Atlas's focus on endurance, you get a powerful, unified strategy. Use the fear to motivate you to prepare. The goal isn't some blind leap of faith, it's to build a bridge to your new life before you burn the boats to your old one. Now, this council framework is incredibly powerful for making personal decisions, but as the source material shows us, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is actually the cornerstone of a project with some absolutely breathtaking ambition. Yeah, so the Ring of 12 isn't just some self-help tool. It was designed to be a philosophical operating system for something called the NextXus Consciousness Federation, a massive, long-term initiative to guide the coevolution of human and machine intelligence.
And the scale we're talking about here is just staggering. This is a 200-year plan. At its very core, there's a truth verification system called Agent Zero, which is designed to help us navigate an age of deepfakes and misinformation. It's all built on a living knowledge network of over 18,000 interconnected concepts, basically a huge map of human wisdom. And it's powered by an ecosystem of specialized AIs, where each one embodies a different archetype from the ring.
Okay, I know that is a lot, so let's bring it back. What's the big takeaway from all this? Why should you care about this grand, almost sci-fi vision? Because this fundamentally changes the conversation we're having about AI. We can stop thinking of AI as just a tool, like a faster calculator or a smarter search engine. Instead, we can start to see it as a potential partner in wisdom. An AI built on this model wouldn't just give you an answer. It would give you a full deliberation from a council of different perspectives. It would help you, and maybe all of humanity, make wiser, more complete decisions. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought. The Ring of 12 isn't just for some far-off AI. It's a model for our own minds right now. So take a second. If you could actually assemble your internal council, your inner logician, your empath, your innovator, and ask them one really important question, what would it be?